Have you ever heard of the Titan tank? No, that's not surprising. It's a ghost of history, a phantom of the battlefield, a so-called lost beast of the Third Reich. Today we're diving deep into the shadowy world of secret weapons to uncover the truth behind this mysterious war machine. Was it a groundbreaking marvel of engineering, a desperate fantasy, or something else entirely? The legend of the Titan tank paints a picture of a mechanical monster, a land dreadnought that would have dwarfed anything on the battlefield. Imagine a tank so colossal it made the infamous mouse tank look like a toy. We're talking about a moving fortress, bristling with cannons so powerful they could allegedly level a city block with a single volley. Its armor was said to be impenetrable, a rolling shield designed to smash through enemy lines without a scratch, turning the tide of the war in a single decisive push. Whispers and fragmented documents from the era hint at a design that defied convention. The Titan wasn't just about size, it was about overwhelming psychological impact. The mere sight of this behemoth cresting a hill was intended to shatter enemy morale before a shot was even fired. Its main armament was rumored to be a naval-grade cannon, something you'd typically see on a battleship, adapted for land warfare. Secondary turrets, packed with anti-aircraft guns and machine guns, would have created a 360-degree zone of death around it. It was envisioned as an unstoppable spearhead, the ultimate expression of technological dominance. So where did this incredible idea come from? To understand the Titan, you have to understand the mindset of the German High Command in the later stages of the war. As the tide turned against them on multiple fronts, there was a growing fascination, almost an obsession, with so-called Wunderwaffen, or wonder weapons. These were technologically advanced projects, like the V-2 rocket and the Messerschmitt Me-262 jet fighter, that they hoped could snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. In this climate of desperate innovation, engineers were pushed to think bigger, bolder, and sometimes far beyond the realm of practicality. The Titan was born from this very desperation. It was a product of the same design philosophy that gave us the Landkreuzer P-1000 Ratte and the P-1500 Monster, colossal tank projects that existed more on paper than in reality. These weren't just weapons. They were propaganda tools, symbols of an industrial and technological might that Germany wanted the world to believe it still possessed. The bigger the project, the more it fueled the narrative of an invincible war machine. The Titan was the logical, if fantastical, next step in this gigantism craze. But here's where the story gets really interesting. For a weapon of such supposed importance, concrete evidence is incredibly hard to find. Unlike the Maus, of which prototypes were actually built, or the Ratte, which has detailed blueprints, the Titan exists in a historical fog. There are no official production orders, no surviving schematics from a major manufacturer like Krupp or Porsche. It's almost as if it was intentionally erased from the records, or perhaps it was never truly in them to begin with. This lack of hard evidence has led many historians to a compelling conclusion. The Titan tank may have been a sophisticated disinformation campaign. Think about it. In the high-stakes intelligence game of World War II, feeding your enemy false information was just as important as building real weapons. By leaking plans for an unbeatable supertank, you could force your opponents to waste precious time, resources, and brainpower developing countermeasures for a threat that didn't even exist. Imagine Allied intelligence scrambling to design bigger anti-tank guns and new bombing strategies, all to fight a ghost. It's a brilliant, cost-effective strategy of psychological warfare. Let's explore this theory further. Spies and double agents could have been fed carefully crafted, incomplete documents. Rumors could have been intentionally spread among factory workers and soldiers, knowing they would eventually be picked up by Allied ears. The name itself, Titan, is evocative and intimidating, perfectly suited for a myth. It was a weaponized story, designed to cause fear and misdirection. This strategy would divert Allied focus from real, tangible threats that were actually rolling off the production lines, like the formidable Tiger II or the versatile Panther tanks. But what if there's a kernel of truth to the legend? What if a prototype, or at least major components, were actually built? This is where the mystery deepens. Post-war accounts from displaced engineers and laborers sometimes mention a top-secret project hidden in remote underground facilities, like the vast tunnel complexes in the Harz Mountains. Stories speak of massive, unidentifiable steel components being moved under the cover of night, and of entire factory floors being sealed off, even from high-ranking personnel. Could these be fragments of the Titan project? It's possible. As the war ended, many secret facilities were hastily destroyed by retreating forces to prevent their technology from falling into enemy hands. Prototypes were scuttled, blueprints were burned, and witnesses were scattered. It's entirely plausible that a one-of-a-kind Titan prototype was buried in a collapsed tunnel or submerged in a remote alpine lake, forever lost to time. The chaos of the final days of the war was the perfect cover for making such a monumental secret disappear. The legend lives on precisely because of this tantalizing possibility of a hidden discovery. Ultimately, the Titan tank occupies a unique space in history, somewhere between a blueprint and a myth. It represents the peak of a desperate ambition, a dream of a war-winning weapon that was either too impractical to build or too clever a lie to be anything but a ghost. It's a powerful reminder that in war, the stories we tell and the fears we create can sometimes be as potent as any real weapon. The Titan may never have fired a shot, but its legend continues to echo through history, a phantom of steel and ambition. What do you think? Was the Titan a real lost prototype, or was it one of the most successful hoaxes of the 20th century? Let me know your theories down in the comments. Thanks so much for joining me on this historical investigation. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of secret weapons, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.